Boston, John Means gave the Orioles 5 innings today. Gave them a gritty effort with easy stretches, one jam escaped and minimal damage in another. Gave them reasons to consider him for a longer stay in the rotation. Cobb is expected back next weekend, leaving Means to wonder how he's going to be handled. He'll let the people above his pay grade make the decision. Means complicated it by holding the Red Sox to 1 run in his second major league start, the deficit too much for the Orioles to overcome in a 4-0 loss at Fenway Park. The Orioles were shut out for the first time this season and are 6-10 with losses in 9 of their last 11 games. A bullpen with a 7.46 ERA and 1.78 WHIP before today tossed 2 scoreless innings before Xander Bogaerts hit a 3-run homer off Josh Lucas in the 8th. Lucas replaced Paul Fry after Mookie Betts' leadoff single, and he struck out Steve Pearce and gave up a single to J.D. Martinez before his slider was demolished. The Orioles couldn't cash in with runners in scoring position in the last 4 innings and Bogaerts made them pay. By allowing a home run in the first 16 games, the Orioles have tied the record held by the 2009 Phillies. The only run-off Means came in the 4th inning after Pearce led off with a single and advanced to third base on Martinez's double. Pearce scored on Bogaerts' fly ball to center field. Evan Phillips replaced Means after the left-hander threw a career-high 82 pitches. Means allowed 4 hits, walked 1 batter, struck out 3 and hit 1. His ERA dropped to 1.98 in 13 2/3 innings. The changeup kept producing outs for Means. On Betts' hard 1 hopper to the mound and Pearce's strikeout in the first. On Dustin Pedroia's fly ball to medium right field and Eduardo Núñez's double-play grounder in the second after Martinez was hit by a 90 mph fastball and Bogaerts singled. On Bogaerts' sacrifice fly in the 4th and Pedroia's comebacker that caught Martinez in a rundown, the out recorded as 1-2-5-1-2. On Rafael Devers grounded went the inning after Núñez walked. The Orioles had a chance to take the lead in the top of the 4th when Joey Rickard led off by reaching on Devers' 2-base throwing error, but Trey Mancini struck out and Rickard was cut down trying to steal third. Rickard is 0 for 2 in stolen base attempts and 16 for 22 in his career. David Price held the Orioles to 1 hit until Richie Martin led off the 6th with a double to left center field. Cedric Mullins struck out after failing to lay down a bunt. Jonathan Villar struck out and Rickard lined to Devers. Mancini led off the 7th with a double. He would have been an easy out if left fielder Blake Swihart's throw came close to the bag, but Renato Núñez flied out. Ponce Alberto bounced back to the mound and Jesus Sucre popped up. Pinch hitter Rio Ruiz walked with 1 out in the 8th and Betts ran down Mullins' fly ball on the center field warning track. It appeared that Mullins had tied the game after making contact, but he hit the ball, which traveled 396 feet per Statcast to the wrong part of the ballpark. Villar singled up the middle with 2 outs, but pinch hitter Dwight Smith Jr. flied to center. Smith was a late scratch today with a sore right leg. Mancini led off the 9th with a walk against Matt Barnes and Alberto punched a single into right field with 1 out. Sucre grounded out and Chris Davis struck out looking. Davis followed his 3-hit 4 RBI game yesterday by going 0 for 4 with a groundout, pop-up and 2 strikeouts. The pop-up concluded an 8-pitch at-bat. The strikeout came against Ryan Brazier, who relieved Price in the 8th and wriggled out of a jam. The game also included first base umpire Stu Sherwater ejecting pitching coach Doug Brocail in the bottom of the 6th as Phillips tried to keep the deficit at 1 run. The visiting dugout is on the third base side. Brocail must have been loud. Sherwater is remembered for twice ejecting former manager Buck Showalter after calling box on reliever Darren O'Day. Sherwater is behind the plate for Monday morning's series finale. Phillips struck out Núñez to strand 2 runners in scoring position after Martin's throwing error. Brocail has been ejected 9 times in his career, 6 as a pitcher and 3 as a coach, most recently by umpire Doug Eddings on July 31, 2017.